The Pheasant Tail Nymph. We will use a Mustad 3906B, or any nymph hook will do. I like sizes 14 down to 18 for this fly. For the tail, 3 to 4 pheasant tail fibers from a male ringneck pheasant. Ribbing, fine copper wire. The abdomen, once again the pheasant tail fibers. Thorax, for this we will use 1 or 2 fibers of a peacock herl. The wing case again is the pheasant tail fiber. The legs are what is left over from after we pull the wing case over of the pheasant tail fibers. We will attach our thread to the shank of the hook and go all the way to the bend of the hook, cutting the excess thread off. Now we'll tie in the tail of the pheasant tail nymph, which is 3 to 4 fibers of the pheasant tail fibers, and the tail should only be half the length of the shank of the hook. Take the copper wire and tie it at the bend of the hook. Now we're going to take 5 or 6 fibers from the pheasant tail and we're going to attach them to the body. Then we're going to take our hackle pliers and twist them to make a rope. We're going to take this rope and wrap it around the shank of the hook, going away from your body and going back under the fly until we get to about 3/4 of the length of the shank is covered with this rope. If we run out of material, we will take 3 or 4 more fibers from a tail and do the same thing, twist it and reattach it to the hook to make the body. Now we'll take the copper wire and go in the opposite direction that the body was created. We want to make 3 nice even segments for the ribbing. After you wrap the body with the copper wire, you will secure the wire with your tying thread and go as close to the shank of the hook and wiggle the copper wire back and forth until it breaks on its own. Now it's time to add the wing case. So take a bunch of pheasant tail fibers and we'll tie them right where we left off with the body. And we'll trim the excess pheasant tail fibers. Now for the thorax, we'll take 1 or 2 peacock herl fibers, attach them right where we left off with the wing case, and wrap them towards the eye, but not all the way, since we have to secure the wing case and then whip finish the fly. Now to complete the wing case, we will take the wing case fibers, pull them over the thorax, and secure them with our tying thread. But do not cut the tips that are extending past the eye. Those will be used for the legs. For the legs, we'll use the tips that are extending past the eye. We'll separate them into equal halves and then secure the legs again with the tying thread, and then whip finish. If the legs were too long, all you would have to do is just trim them to size. The tips really should not pass the point of the hook.